that's land underneath the water right there.
Okay, so can we go to where is Atlantis at in regards to, and
They
can we
they
look
don't
at
have
its?
they don't have any location whatsoever that indicates it.
But look, that place
You
that we
see
just
right
looked
here.
at on the map.
See all this right here.
Yeah,
Can you see my
you can
mouse?
tell. Yeah, I can see it. Can you hear me? I'm
Yeah,
saying
I
yeah.
can.
I don't know if the
Okay,
signal is
I
just
can.
blown.
Then
Oh, okay.
not just this up here, okay, but
Papua New
like
Guinea. Yeah, I see
all
all
this right here. That right there is probably a reservoir of water.
that.
Maybe a
So basically, water on top of land where it kind of caved in, type of thing. Because isn't that what reservoirs are? Where
hmm
the earth kind of gives in and then it gets filled with water.
hmm all that right there belongs to New Zealand.
That looks like land. Like you can actively see the shape and the formation, and that's what. Okay, so can we just? Where do they say Atlantis is? Can we go there and see what the map looks like to
They
see
they
if there's?
claim they claim that Atlantis is somewhere in this area
Look, it'd be down there, right there to the bottom.
right
Just
here.
go. Look, go back up. Zoom out just a little, or maybe yeah. Can you zoom out a little bit? Um, look in the middle. Look in the
Right here.
middle.
Yes.
Do
See
you
right
see
here.
it in the middle? Yeah, but do you see right where they have okay, North Atlantic Ocean, right? Do you
Uh-huh.
see that right there?
hmm
What
Right.
about the Bermuda Triangle? Where is that at?
The
Can you show the
Bermuda
Bermuda
Triangle
Triangle?
is within this area right here.
Same area.
It starts at as a matter of fact, you're right in the area, so you need to be careful.
Right, I might just drop off the face of the earth and no one knows. This might
Now,
disappear.
Bermuda is actually, I believe it starts off right here off it
Off of
starts off
Miami,
right here,
really.
right around Miami and NASA.
I've only been to Miami to leave for a cruise. I've never been to like Miami to Miami. When I was a kid,
I
we
don't
left
even know
from
if
there.
Google Map will show NASA on the satellite. To be honest with you,
Look at this. What is that?
this right here,
Yeah,
that
look at
is
it.
blue water.
No, that's the Bahamas surrounded by blue water. Okay, we have that. But then look surrounding it. Look surrounding it. What are those? Like those crevices look a lot like
All
just the
of
opposite.
all of this is the stuff that is under the ground. These little curves right here, a lot of that
Wait, I don't
was
see it. Can you
above.
show your mouse again? Curves. Oh, there you
You
go.
see my mouse?
I do.
All of these lines right here are lines that indicate that this land here might have been above water at one time.
It looks like it. And that's what I was saying because just how it looks different, it looks like it's different levels. So, with that being said, is that not altitudes, different altitudes? Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
looks like.
that's exactly what it
And
is.
as
Water
with that
rising.
being, yeah, like what, and it would only be higher because it's on top of something. You understand what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't make sense for the water to be higher if it's the same body of water, unless it was more land underneath it. That makes so much sense.
Now see these islands right here.
Look at that right there. Look at those two little. Yes, I was just about to say. And then you see the bottom ones with the three right there. All of that's land. You can tell, like that right there. Then that where the fort here where your mouse was just at. All of that. That's land. That's
Like
land. It's probably too deep to go underneath.
this area right here is the area that most people who believe in it back in the old days believed it where it was.
Does that not look like what we just saw on the map that we
Mm-hmm.
saw? And I was like, hey, why does it look like it's backward? It's the same exact shape.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Well, check
And
this
let's
out
just.
too. Like there's a line that comes all the way down here,
I see it.
and then it comes all the way back up here, and it matches up. So
It stopped
this,
moving. There we go.
you want me to stop moving? Is that what you said?
No, it stopped moving. You were saying, and
Mm.
it goes all the way back up, but it was still in the same spot. The mouse is not
You
moving
see,
on
and
that
this
side. It's
this
moving
this could
now.
all been landmass at one time.
It looks like landmass all the way down. I could see it because look at how it's connected, and look at where it's connected at with Africa. So look, zoom back out for us 1 second, just a second. All right, now trace your mouse, and you trace your mouse to where you can. There's no. Can you go back to over here? Like, look at this. Go down here, and then you go down, and then you go down further with your mouse though, and then look where it connects to Africa, right at the tip. Where is that at? Guinea. Guinea. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see? Yes. Look at it.
Yep.
Look. Yes. And then it goes here, and then it goes there,
Yeah,
and
but
then it goes all
also,
the way up.
if you look at this, okay, look at it a little closer too. Look at Morocco, okay. Now,
Okay.
when the Phoenicians used to trade with Morocco, there was a weird story that was involved with them where the Moroccan tribes that were local to the area freaking made it to where they didn't want to have any contact with the Phoenicians and uh, other traders during that time. So what they would do is they would bring their goods that they wanted to trade with these people out to the shores, and they would place them on the shores, and out of uh, good conscience, you know what I mean? They expected that these ships would come out and drop their stuff off on shore, and they would trade the goods, and they would take what was traded to them, and they would leave what they were trading. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they did that, nobody knows. They have no reason. They have no understanding of why they did it, and they did it right here in this area. Now, if
Right
you
where it looks like all this land. Look at this. Right there. Right there. Look at
okay,
that.
and
There's
it's
nowhere that's just water.
yeah, it's always been that way with them. Okay, in this region, that's Gibraltar. That's the freaking that's the thing of Hercules, I believe is what the Strait of Hercules. It's actually
Mm.
the Strait of Gibraltar. That's what connects the Atlantic to the Mediterranean right here. Okay. Um, this coastline right here is very, very interesting, and this coastline right here.
The Phoenicians traded along that as well. I saw the
Hmm.
Phoenicians traded on the whole top half of Africa. I
Yep.
look just with my findings from what you guided me towards.
And
Yeah.
uh, they're also doing excavations on this side too because they're finding old artifacts of old cities that used to be on the coastline here that are just gone. They don't exist no more.
Mm.
Spain is a big, it's a hot topic right now in archaeology. It's almost,
Can I?
huh?
I was going to ask you a question,
Go ahead.
but go ahead and tell me about. No, well, you can finish your thought first. I
I'm
apologize.
finished.
Excuse me. No, you were going to tell me about Spain. You're not finished. Keep going.
I'm done.
I was just going to ask what prevents exploration of the deeper sea to see about Atlantis? Like, is it prohibited, or have people just not attempted it? Like, because I'm sure people have attempted it. So, what's the issue? Why have we not? Have people said they've attempted and they could not find anything? Because I feel like I heard someone say they explored and they did find something. Is this not accurate?
Well, see, we're looking at a map here. You know what I mean? The Atlantic isn't even
It's
as
tiny.
close.
You're right.
It's not even as close as in depth. It's not as close as what it is here in the Pacific Ocean. Like this right here, this is huge. Like when it goes to freaking going down. All right, this is a very very deep water right here. These right here make this freaking look like freaking a kiddie pool.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay,
But can you not see how it looks like land
yeah.
masses? Like, even when you were doing with the New Zealand, if we're using the same type of context clues, it would parallel when you move it over here to Atlantis.
Now
So, oh, what's that at the top? Oh, that's
I
Ireland.
also want to point something out here too. Okay, now this right here, this strait between England and right here, you got the North Sea.
Yeah, no, see, I see.
Okay, now if you look at this line that runs through here, okay, this was where the water used to be. This used to be landmass, and the United Kingdom was connected to the rest of Europe. They've found villages and settlements down underneath the North Sea and through this strait right here. Okay,
Mm.
that shows from the English Channel. It shows that there were actually settlements there and people had lived there at one time, and they're doing research into that too and diving down in there and finding new information out. This is the boundary of where all the old land masses were before the ice melted off.
Like, look at them. You can see them. You can see the land. You can tell that it's land.
Yeah.
Like, even it's saying whatever island. Like, look at this. Look, and then this looks like it had a chunk taken out of it. Like
Yeah.
somebody just ate Iceland. Looks like someone just took a chunk out of it.
Well, Iceland is very ferocious. So you've got Iceland right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When the Vikings settled Iceland, the big problem they had is there are huge freaking icebergs that constantly travel around the freaking beaches of Iceland. So not only did they have to freaking travel here from Norway and Sweden and freaking Finland, but when they got here, they had to worry about these huge freaking icebergs that were constantly freaking all over the place here. And these were freaking not like clusters. These were freaking always there and by huge amounts. Okay, and it constantly rotates around this freaking island. So that's what they had to deal with when they first got here. And I believe the first.
Oh, can you go up here to this top, Raphael? What does that say, Raf? At the top of Iceland, R-A, okay, Raf, R.
Was you able to see it?
Okay. Yeah, I see it now. You zoomed in too much a little bit. It's at the top. It's R-A, Rafar, right there.
Yeah. Rafferhofen.
Yeah. Something
Rafferhofen.
with that. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
No.
I have my iPad up today.
If you want to get into interesting stories, this island is the story that you want to learn about, because there's been people that freaking entire villages that just vanished. Entire
From Iceland?
Yeah. Entire freaking communities just vanished without a trace.
Okay, so that's next week's Strange Things. I'm gonna do some research. Yeah, next week's
But yeah, now see this, when it comes to Atlantis, this is what I consider we should be doing, you know what I mean? I mean, it's good to talk about the stuff and a lot of the old stuff, but getting on here and looking at the maps and seeing it is pretty good. Like
yeah, it definitely shows a lot more.
Another thing when it comes to Atlantis that needs to be discussed is Malta. Okay? For a lot of the scholars and stuff, they believe that Malta could have been thought of as Atlantis too, and not just Malta, but there's offshoot islands that are out away from Malta.
Paul's Bay, Victoria.
And
Syracuse.
Yeah. And now Malta, if you look at Malta at a higher or altitude, you'll see that Egypt is just right here.
I don't even see Malta anymore.